The Sooners will kick off first, and here we go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll go to the ground. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and this crowd getting even more juice.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to him on the ground. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll need 3 yards here on 3rd down to keep this opening drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Makes the grab on the shuffle. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Powers through the defender. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. And the Rebels are flying down the field. They'll run the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball in 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
The 7th play of this opening drive. They'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. Now the play fake. Finds the tight end. And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a first down in that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down.
And you see these so much more in college football now. Decisions on 4th down. Listen, when it's 4th and short, and you got a chance to establish yourself, especially physically at the line of scrimmage, field goals are great, but touchdowns win games. And so this first drive, man, assert yourself, be physical, get this 4th down.
Hauls it in, the first down and more. and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the 1st down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
It's complete, and he will score. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive, and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
To the air, it's Mateer. The sure hands, it's Thomas.
And that's the start you need on offense, right? The opening drive of the game, your defense allows a touchdown, so you got to come out firing, and it's good news to see the quarterback dialed in. Good read, good timing, accurate throw. It's a big-time completion, but still work to be done. This offense obviously would like to answer that touchdown with
finding some room. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Sooners.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now on this defense to tackle.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Can they catch it? Touchdown, Oklahoma! Special teams proving to be special. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. You think you're getting the offense, the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you, get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Offense ready to go back to work. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads it left. Hits the open man. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Off play action. With the catch, it's Lacy. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
The Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. He's on the move.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a 2nd and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
And the Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Spins away from the defender. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. He's down short of the line to gain. It'll bring up a 4th down. Quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. The Rebels will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Pocket breaking down. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Well, that play never had a chance on 4th down. They're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To the air. It's Mateer. Throws toward the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game, you catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete out of the backfield. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. He's got it again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Bought a little time, lets it go. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Ready to send the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long. With players like that, getting after it.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna take a shot. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he can fill up the hand now with that big man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Here comes the heat. He gets away, and the defense drags him down.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football, and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. Stepping to the right. catch in the middle. It's Harris. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. And you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown. DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Wants to fire on second down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He's going to run it. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Fakes to grab. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. On the move, it's Lacy. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down, and the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
Here's a heat. Avoids pressure on the right. Rolling right and going deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The option look. Gain of 2 on the play sets up 3rd and 8.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready.
Caught, and he's got room. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Unloads to the wideout. Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Working that left side now. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Little over anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Rebels will try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't work it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
And that is a big-time drop right there. Fourth down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in you.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The give to the back. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to fire. Going to try to get it himself. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We begin with Georgia taking on the number 12 team, the Missouri Tigers. And it's the Bulldogs who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today. They're up to double digits, 10 straight victories on the season without a single blemish. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Got a man, it's Tegna. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Harris. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. And you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break. And they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
That's another big run, and that's not surprising, honestly, guys, considering how much success he had in the first half. He was running wild against this defense, so let's not change anything. Let's just go back out, let's pound the rock, pound the football, and really threaten this defense and force them to have to tackle us.
Maybe some room here. And he scores! Touchdown, Oklahoma! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point sails through and they have a 35-7 lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. They moved the football well in the last drive, but man, that fourth down and failing to convert makes the catch and he's free. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
Off the RPO, complete. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to...
It's a fumble! And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. A shot toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
And this is the part of the field where you gotta love to have the big tight ends. These guys are used all over the field now. Find those mismatches. Palmer, nice throw, nice catch.
Man, I remember a time when tight ends were good for 5-yard out routes and blocking. How nice is it to have a guy with this guy's size and speed to stretch the field vertically, get into the end zone quickly, and be a great target for you? That's every quarterback's dream.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drive. Makes a grab and room to run. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back to throw, it's Mateer. Here's the pressure. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Flushed out of the pocket. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
You got to love this guy's speed, and obviously throughout his football career, it's paid dividends for him, but this ain't high school anymore. You just can't outrun everybody like you used to back on Friday nights. This defense is fast. They were able to get him outside of the pocket, chase him down, bring him to the ground for a huge loss.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. This feels like a pivotal moment. Get the ball back on the punt. You need to put points on the board on this drive.
Yeah, it's a sense of urgency right now has got to be high for this offense. Trailing the way they are here, David, they've got to be able to put something together, score some points, and build confidence.
Yeah, it's not panic time, but you do want to build that confidence and find something that you can do well to start to build on. I think this offense is starting to figure themselves out a little bit.
Running inside, it's Lacey. Makes his man miss. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Second down, he'll throw it. Smith with the grab over the middle. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Fires to the big fella. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Sooners want to move quickly. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play. And it's caught, and he is stopped short. You have to get past the marker on that route.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Rushes on him. And they got it.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
And the Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. It's complete to the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Still 3rd down, but more ground to cover after the flag. He's looking downfield to throw. He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a 4th down.
You just feel like throughout the course of this game, this guy's just going to have to make plays like this, right? Things aren't always going to be perfect. Protection's not going to be ideal. You're going to have to play with some effort, make some scrambles, make some things happen when plays break down, and at least try to put your offense in good positions. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but now he makes this decision a little more interesting here on 4th.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
Got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. It's Mateer. It's complete to the right. There he goes. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop.
Ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
That's what I'm talking about. Keep fighting, right? This game ain't over yet. Like, you still got an opportunity. Does it look good? No. But now I got the ball back. Great job by the defense forcing the turnover. Now let's see if we can go out and make this thing interesting, put some plays together, maybe get an onside kick. Who the heck knows?
The change now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And it's a sack.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big... It's in the 4th quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Complete. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Trying to do it on the ground. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And I'm not going to lie, that 4th down in medium range is really, really difficult. You want to play pass, you're expecting pass, but offensively, boom, you sneak it in there. That means you knew something. You saw something against this defense that you knew it would work. Great job by the offense, sticking to their guns, calling the play that was a little bit outside the box.
The Rebels with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Knight. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
They just haven't been able to hold up and protect the quarterback, and now they face 2nd and long. Under fire, running to his left. And the pressure gets to him again, another sack.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Trying play action. Looking for space to the left. He'll take the deep shot. Makes a grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Rebels.
And that's exactly how you draw it up on offense, man. You run the football, you get those bodies committed, Jesse, and you use speed out wide with a little bit of play action.
A really nice job of setting it up by the play caller. You're right. Those linebackers and safeties, they want to come down and support the run, but a really nice throw, excellent route, and they're able to connect for a massive TD.
Snaps it in the shotgun. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a two-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Now on first down from the 30. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. To throw, it's Mateer. Bringing the heat. Plucks it out of the air. Snags it and he's open. 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able...
He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power, you just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Tried to find some running room, but there was none to be had, and he's well short. It'll be 4th and 5. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Scanning the field, it's Knight. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. He wants it all. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on 3rd and goal. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. The Rebels surge back on top.
All right, big touchdown makes it a 9-point game. You got to kick the extra point right now, and then you've got to find a way somehow, some way to get the football back. You're going to have to score again and go for 2. A lot has to go right, but at least you get that touchdown to give yourself an opportunity.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball